If this happened, if I was a Nigerian artist and this happened to my child, I'm paying the police to get you out of jail just so I can drown you myself.
I become a person, but my happiness will still be my own. Everybody
we're continuing.
but he said my own rule.
You know the word? I knew it. I fucking knew it.
What's up, everybody?
Wait,
What's
can I
good?
cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a sailor.
All right.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the 3/4 podcast. As you can see to my right, Chioma isn't with us.
Took care of him.
I mean, you saw how the last episode ended.
You can't be messing with me, bro.
That sucks.
But Chioma isn't feeling well and he's kind of under the weather right now. We're just wishing him a speedy recovery.
Feel better, my boy.
He won't be with us for the next couple of episodes, but, you know, he's with us in spirit. He'll probably be watching, commenting underneath, just like you should. So I'm going to go back for the last time once again.
If he comments rubbish, I'm coming to twist his arm.
Wow. You already, bedridden him.
He's already not here.
He's
Are
already
you gonna
not
make it
here.
worse?
Good for you.
But share, comment, subscribe. We're fastly becoming, your favorite podcast because I know y'all be watching every week. Get us to 1,000 subscribers because we are just over 700. So get us to 1,000.
Oh, nice. Congratulations,
Get
guys.
us to 1,000 subscribers. And get the last video before this one. It was just under 100 views. So get that to 100 views. Our reels have been doing really, really well. We've been getting 2,000 plus plays on each reel. The most one is your one where you were talking about.
It's like 6,000 now.
What did you say?
I can't remember.
The one where he was talking about if they don't love him, they'll buy the ticket.
Oh.
That reel has
People
6,000.
got mad at me. I'm like, did y'all watch the episode and y'all see why I said that? It's not even that big of a deal.
No one
I'm
cares
telling
about
you, somebody in the
context.
comment was like, nobody's gonna be at his wedding, even if his wife, even his wife.
Your father.
Your father. But we're gonna introduce, our lovely guest. We have somebody standing in for Chioma. Somebody very near and dear to my heart and whatnot. It's gonna be hard this episode not to call her how I talk to her how I usually talk to her, and call
I'm
her
his girlfriend. He's long-winded. I'm his girlfriend.
Thank you.
I'm trying to give a whole heartfelt introduction.
Blah, blah, blah.
We don't need that.
Wow.
We're trying to get to the business.
So here's the painful thing about this. I already know they're going to both gang up on me this episode, so it's already
not.
unfair. It's already unfair.
No, we're not.
They are.
No, we're not.
Anywho, but I know, this is Babe, a.k.a. Melanie. I'll be calling her Melanie for the rest of the episode. That's the only time I call her Babe. Because every other time I call her outside her name, not disrespectfully, but I call her anything other than Babe.
Who are you talking to?
She's like, who are you talking to? So, yeesh.
Oh, well, thanks for having me, guys.
How was your week? How was everybody's week?
Decent. Very tired and sleepy. But I'm good. I'm alive.
Barely fucking making it.
Barely functioning. How about you, babe?
My name is Melanie.
See?
Pretty good week. Can't complain. I'm blessed. I'm here.
I'm here for it. Well, I had a good week.
Actually,
take that
I had
back.
a week good week until what, yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah. So we're recording. Today is what?
Today's
Wednesday?
Second.
Today's the 2nd. So the news about Takeoff passing away came out yesterday in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
It was heavy. Want to express our condolences to the whole, quality control
First to
family.
his family.
And first to his family.
Family, definitely.
Like that.
Y'all want to jump right into that? Or y'all want to go over
I
what
have
we
my
had
thoughts.
to talk about before, though?
I think we should end the episode on a lighter note because it's going to be a pretty heavy episode.
That's cool.
I have my own thoughts, but I'm going to let y'all go first. In terms of just how the situation was handled, in my opinion, but
What do you mean? You mean the aftermath or what was going on that caused it?
I don't really care about what was going on that caused it, because at the end of the day,
I definitely do care about
these
what
are
was going on that
people.
caused it.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Because I don't want to come for our culture in any way, shape, or form.
Uh-huh.
I love rap. I love hip hop. Like I love all the culture pushing parts of our culture, Black culture.
Agreed.
Why are you outside a bowling alley shooting dice as millionaires?
Because that's something fun that they want to do, and they shouldn't die for it.
You
I
have
agree.
casinos, you have all these places.
But those casinos are catered towards really just like gambling and losing the money to house. Shooting dice is a part of Black American culture. That's what a lot of people do for fun.
I've seen so many people die from dice games, die from dominoes, die from spades. What? Especially when you know there's people strapped up with you. If you're y'all just in a house playing or in someone's mansion playing spades, blah blah blah,
I mean,
and there's
true.
no reason anybody should get shot or
People get shot at family reunions.
This is true.
Because they're
True,
playing a
but-
dice game. The problem is that we can't go out and do the things that we actually want to do without the risk of being shot, no matter where you are.
No matter where you are, considering America, there's more guns than there is people. Like,
and the fact that he was shot by his own bodyguard.
Has
that's
that been
alleged.
confirmed?
Allegedly,
Has that been confirmed?
Allegedly, he was shot by his own bodyguard. Nobody in the whole team has come out with a statement, so we don't know. We're just going based off hypotheticals and what Twitter is saying and what TMZ and all these different media outlets are saying. So everything is really just alleged at the time. My gripe with this whole situation is people posting his last moments on Earth.
I get that. But the bigger part of it is that you have publications specifically like TMZ,
True.
who they know if you're going to get the footage, they'll pay you for it no matter
I don't
what the
think TMZ
footage
even
is.
posted it.
Yes,
They
they
did.
did.
They absolutely
sure
did.
did.
Absolutely
The
did.
article that I saw was just pictures and everything was blurred out.
Right. No.
No. There's a new like tweet that's out for TMZ that I saw, and they have. It's not the one where they're saying that like he's just laying on the ground completely, but there's definitely one that's like starting with. Like it was cool, calm, yelling, and then you hear gunshots, and then everybody starts to disperse, and then like the camera's still going, and that's and it has like the TMZ, what's that called?
Watermark.
Watermark that's on there. So people pull out their phones because they know they're gonna get paid for it. If publications stop paying people for it, and if social media stops getting in like such a fucking hype for it, like or such an appetite for shit like that, it wouldn't be that big of a problem.
I would.
You're not gonna
100%
do
agree.
shit that niggas gonna call you lame for.
This is true.
I'm
This is
sorry,
true.
I'm just cussing.
I
Oh,
mean,
Lord.
just be real, be you. I agree. My point of view is just like I get that, but I also think that the people recording it are a part of the problem. Like,
Agreed.
where are we as human beings watching somebody else lose their life in front of you, and the first thing you think to do is pull out your phone?
I understand where you're coming from. I would have respect for, like, if I was in that situation, if I was outside that bowling alley, of course I would have respect for whoever just got shot. But you also have to remember that a lot of the stuff that's going to help the investigators is going to be in those videos.
I disagree.
It's a difference between having your phone out and giving it to investigators to help the case.
Right.
It's
They
another thing
literally
to have
were
your
like-
phones out and just
Supposed to.
upload it
No, I'm
straight.
I
telling you,
understand,
people-
but that's why I would record is what I'm saying.
I get where you're coming from, but a lot of people just pulled out their phones and literally, when the news broke, they were the first. Oh, I was there, posted the video. R.I.P. Takeoff.
True, but at the same time too, people could have their phones out because shit, I'm hanging out with the Migos. You know what I'm saying? They had their phones
Yeah.
out the whole time, and then by the time the altercation happened, it just so happened to be out. They're cropping what they had before and posting, you know, what people would deem important to the situation.
I get what you mean, but
I mean, you can't necessarily know anybody's motives completely. You can only speculate what people were doing at that time.
also fact.
But I mean, the most important thing to me is a life was lost.
Facts.
A mother lost her son, a father lost a son, a sister lost a brother,
A cousin lost a
lost a cousin, uncle lost a goddamn nephew.
Your
You know what
nephew,
I'm saying? So that's the messed up part of me. And then for the culture, Black people as a culture, like I remember the times where Migos defined what I was doing at that time. A song could come on and I know exactly what I was doing, where I was at,
Facts.
who I was with. Like the Migos era was a time, and then like. I mean, we all know Takeoff was like the best rapper
out of all of them, yeah.
in the group. So, I mean,
and he was the most calm. Like, that's the part that hurts me the most.
That's the part that hurts me the most.
about it, because he was like, the people that even told the story about
Allegedly,
what
yeah.
happened were talking about how he wasn't even playing dice with them. He wasn't even in, like, he was just chilling in the cut, just relaxing. And he started hearing commotion. he stood up and just went straight down. Like,
it's just one of those
wrong
situations.
place, wrong time.
Yeah,
It's
it's just one of those
dangerous.
situations where it's like you could be the calmest person in the room and catch a stray.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that was just like you could be the calmest person, the person who stays out the way, try to stay out of trouble. And if that's not enough to be able to make it home, then I don't know what is.
But our hearts go out to the families, man. Like that's just a tragedy. And then just having to relive that over and over again on social media, that's just tough. So it's pretty heavy. And we wish the best for their family. Rest in heaven, Takeoff. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on that situation. Moving on to another thing that happened in terms of heaviness is Kanye's apology.
You want to go into that?
Yes, bro.
Let me tell you that I didn't even listen to his apology. I didn't care to
God.
really
Wait,
listen to his
time.
apology.
Okay, first of all, okay. Even though I'm on a podcast right now, I don't listen to podcasts. I don't watch podcasts.
Okay.
Outside of this one, this is my favorite one.
Don't touch me, bro.
This is my favorite
Get
one.
out,
Bro.
You guys are only like, you guys are first, and then it's like shits and giggles. That shit's funny as well.
Wow. Not you giving another podcast our
Shouts.
airtime.
Shouts
My bad.
on our airtime.
That's blasphemy.
Craziness.
Or is it pots for me?
All right, but what were you saying?
Anywho, I don't even remember what that. Oh, I saw the videos of people talking about he was apologizing, but like I didn't even watch it. So like, what exactly?
I
did
didn't
he
care
say?
to watch
Okay.
it.
At this point,
Only thing I saw was like the post that he made like after the apology about George Floyd's the mother of his child,
yeah,
but
I
I didn't
saw
see his
that.
apology.
I'm talking about like the fact where this man said, and I'm basically like paraphrasing here. He was like, "This is God's way of humbling me.
Oh, I did see that.
This is God's way of humbling me. How I can go from a billionaire to X, Y, and Z in the span of a week.
No.
Now I know what it feels like to have a knee on my neck,
Excuse me?
bro." That is the most backhanded, disrespectful apology I've ever
So
heard.
is that why she came out and said something?
Yeah. Well, that and the
no.
fact that he
No.
basically said that George Floyd's death was based off fentanyl.
Yeah. That's where she responded, and then her response though was a $250 million lawsuit when he said that,
That's facts.
and then he decided to come apologize because now he has
No money.
failed publicly, very publicly,
Escorted out of
and-
Skechers.
That's deep.
Yeah, and then he goes and
Not
now
even
he's
New Balance. Skechers.
Skechers.
well, and now he went and did his apology, and then continue with his rants.
Yep.
But
I think Kanye needs help.
I think he's needed help since his mom died.
I would agree. I also think that Kanye he's definitely having a mental episode. Coming from somebody who has a brother who has mental
health
disability
issues.
or mental health issues, I can see moments where like he's there and then he's not.
Yeah.
Right? So like it happens all the time. And the problem is Kanye doesn't have anybody in his camp to discuss that with because he feels I don't want to say he has like a grandiose delusion, but like everybody's fed into this genius ego. What?
Yeah, say
what?
what you got.
Say it.
I do agree.
Uh-huh.
I do
But-
agree. But like, and this is coming.
The gaslighting is working. I promised her before
This is coming from where?
I promised her before this episode I was gonna gaslight her. So fair warning.
The next episode there are gonna be 2 special guests because he ain't gonna be here.
Wow.
Hey, man, I already took care of one of them. That's on you.
And I got
I
the
can't have
next.
two blood.
And I
two
got-
people's blood on my hands.
No,
If I disappear, Mama, I love you. P.O.P.
Hold
Hold
it
down.
down.
I'm dead. No, I agree with that, but considering who Kanye has always been and like before, like while he had his mother, right? I'm sure
Right.
everybody's seen the Netflix documentary.
Great documentary, by the way.
Agreed. but we already know that he's already seen himself as above, even before losing his mother.
Okay.
So do you really think that anybody that knew him before and then also knows him now, or anybody that came in after his mom actually that has a foot to stand on when it comes to Kanye West? Because nobody could tell him shit before he lost his mama, other than his mother.
Before he lost his mother, he still had an ounce of like second thought.
Because of his mom.
Exactly.
But she was the only one who could really tell him anything.
Exactly.
Though.
So that's why I say that.
But nobody else was telling him anything before. You couldn't tell Kanye West shit before he lost his mother, and then it was his mother who was be able to be like, "Yo, relax, calm down, reining in."
Yeah.
Nobody stepped to him before. You really think niggas finna step to him now?
No, I mean, I wasn't expecting that, but that's what I was just trying to say, that like when he lost his mother is when he really went down that deep end. Like that's why we have the Kanye that we have right now, is because his mom is gone. And also the way that he lost his mother. Like the way that he lost his mother.
The way he was told. Like they let him finish a whole show before they even said anything to him. So
that is traumatizing. And for someone that has mental health issues, schizophrenia, or whatever he has, it's only gonna just plunge you into the deepest recesses of just.
Do you think he's still grieving?
100%. You don't lose.
I don't think he ever got over it.
You don't lose your best friend like that and just not grieve.
This is true.
That was his mother, but that was also his best friend. That's two huge ties that were severed by death, a sudden death.
Yeah,
and that's it. He's gonna spend the rest of his life grieving.
Yeah.
So,
sheesh.
Like I'm trying to figure out, when did his mom die?
I don't know.
She died in 2007.
Yes.
Okay.
Who?
You trying to figure out who he dated, like after, like right after?
Yeah.
Why?
Because look at the people that he's been with ever since he lost his mom. None of them have really been constructive people towards him. None of them have been people who actually helped him end his mental illness and his mental state.
Even if they tried, I don't think they had a leg to stand on.
Y'all don't think Kim K helped him?
I think Kim really tried to help him.
I truly don't think that she did.
What do you think she did? You think she was just like,
I think she was
taker?
going along with whatever her mom told her to do to grow her brand and her reputation.
I'm not
You don't think
particularly
she
a
loved
Kardashian fan, but like y'all
I
don't
think
think
she
the
loved
woman
Kim
has a brain?
Kim will
I think she
pop
loved
babies out
Kanye.
for whoever was going to make the most money for them, truthfully.
Damn, you think it's like that?
Jesus.
Yep. Unfortunately, with that
We
whole
went
family,
from Kanye's apology to
with
this.
that whole family, that's how I feel about them.
But
I'm
then,
sorry.
But Khloe Kardashian out here popping babies for what's his name, and he ain't making her money.
Better. She can do so much better.
So like, I think
Yeah,
Kim.
it pretty much went downhill right after his mom died.
So what? 2000.
Right after his mom died, that's when Amber Rose started.
Okay, and then after Amber Rose was Angela Martini.
These are like rumors,
Okay,
but like we know the ones that he actually
Amber
dated
Rose.
publicly.
right? It was Amber Rose. There was that one white girl after Kim. And the reason why it looks like we're staring, like we actually have it on the screen behind trying to like figure out, but
Like
I don't know.
I don't know. They have a guy up here. I don't know.
I was looking at it and I didn't know if I wanted to say that out loud, honestly.
But no, like I would agree. I think Kanye definitely needs help. Kanye absolutely needs help.
Okay, so if you were a part of George Floyd's family or his camp, his representation, how would you feel
I'm
about
suing.
said about? Oh,
I'm
sure.
suing.
All right.
I mean,
What?
About the apology, not about what like just how would you
That's
feel?
even more disrespectful. That's a backhanded compliment. So you losing money is equated to me losing my family member losing his life?
Okay, so add well that's true, but add on top of what he said about the mother of George Floyd's kid.
What did she say? What did he say?
What did he say? He said something along the lines of like you're either being controlled
Oh, that
or you're crazy for even like suggesting that I'm doing anything wrong. I gave $2 million immediately directly to the family
yeah.
after George Floyd and like
bro.
let's see if I can find it.
Respectfully, like I'm suing you for everything because at this point, not only are you you're adding insult to injury.
Yeah.
Because so you're equating you losing money. You're equating you losing money to my family member or my husband losing his life. fuck you respectfully.
Yeah, truthfully.
Disrespectfully.
I'm-
It's unfortunate. I'm very disappointed in Kanye. I'm very disappointed.
Extremely disappointed. And I love the Kanye, like, truthfully.
I got a question.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
Y'all think this was all a part of a genius plan?
No.
Actually, him and the whole Jewish thing. Him and the whole Jewish thing, I thought for a second that, okay, he wanted to get out of his contract, obviously. He's been trying to get out of his contract. He said all these things against black people, against every single race. And he was like, you know what? Which one can I actually say that will actually get me finally canceled?
Time out. Slight pivot. Everybody who uses that argument, oh, well, he said this about black people and nothing happened.
It's true, though.
Who are the people that are buying his stuff?
I agree with you. But hear me out here. What consequences have we consistently, as black people, upheld for us to hold that point?
That's why I said who buys his
We
stuff.
don't agree.
It's not about who
we
buys
don't
his
collectively agree on
We
enough
say
things
that,
to give consequences.
black people, when he said it's about black people, nothing happened. If we as black people decided that something was going to happen, something will happen.
Again, we
do
don't
not collectively agree on anything.
We also don't hold power enough to be able to cancel him, because if some people or some industries, low-key the people, wanted to keep him going, they keep him going.
I would agree.
And that's and even to go segue to that part, like, what companies do black people actually own that represent him that can
Nobody.
make consequences?
Nobody.
Am I wrong?
And truthfully, I actually look at it biblically. Like, the fact that God said that he was going to protect his people, the Jewish people, is the reason why they're the most wealthy people in this country. Like,
I ain't gonna hold you. There's some people on Twitter that'll tell you that blacks are the Jews. I'm just saying. I don't know what. I'm not saying don't put me in this conversation. I'm not saying I believe that.
You in this conversation.
know.
You have a mic in front of you.
So,
It's still in front of you.
but I've heard that argument. But let's be real. Like,
we don't know.
we don't know.
Think about it this way. Israel has one of the strongest armies in the world.
And they're one of the smallest nations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know. I'm just here. All vibes, man. All vibes.
Oh, man.
I'm here for a good time,
But no,
never
since
a
you're
long
here-
time.
Since you're here for a good time, where are those questions that you were about to ask?
Wait, we still have to talk about one more thing.
What
There
one
was-
more thing?
Davido and Chioma.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
I
Condolences to that family.
condolences
as well.
to that family.
Yeah.
I think I was just trying to, like, because there's just a lot of heavy stuff that has happened this week.
What emotion did you feel when you first heard about that?
Pain, immediate pain. I understand what it's like to lose a parent.
Let's go back. And it's kind of, I'm sorry, it's kind of late, but what emotion did you feel first for Takeoff?
Ooh.
That was disbelief almost.
It was for sure disbelief. I'm like, there's no way.
I'm like, there's no way.
I'm thinking to myself, like, he got shot. There's no way he's dead.
Mine was a spectrum. I went from why are people playing
Yeah.
to if this is real, this is so fucking sad,
Yeah.
to anger.
Yeah, I feel that.
I went to anger and I just stayed in anger.
Yeah.
Because just all the reasons why it happened to me were just unnecessary.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But okay, so for Chioma and Davido,
That's just pain. I understand what it's like to lose a parent. That's a hard thing. But like losing your child and your child being a kid at that, and then on top of that, I don't believe they were home when it happened. They had to find out that their child had died.
yeah,
I think I read something that baby was in the water for like 2 hours.
2 hours.
That is exactly why. Okay, so for most people who don't know, a lot of Nigerian families have housemaids and house helps who live in with you.
Yep.
Like there's something called a boys' quarters. Like in Nigeria, so it's no offense and don't cancel me for this. It's equivalent to like how masters used to have like almost slave quarters.
Yeah,
In Nigeria they have boys' quarters.
I mean
And
they get paid.
That's where the domestic staff stay, and all of them. That's what it's called back home.
But I mean they have that here. I mean when you have a maid, they live it pretty much in the attic.
They live in the pool house in the
Exactly.
guest
So
house.
It's
y'all
the
call
same
it a
thing.
pool house. We call it a boys'
Boys'
quarters.
quarters.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Tomato.
Get back on topic.
But like having those people there to not only watch, a lot of Nigerians have them to watch over the house, cook, clean, take care of the kids, especially parents who are working, because a lot of Nigerians' parents, if you don't hustle, you don't eat.
Yeah.
And Nigeria is a really hard country. Sometimes you'll go home, you'll leave the house at 8 o'clock in the morning, not get home till almost 11 o'clock at night, either because of traffic or like working. So you expect those who you leave in your house to not only take care of your house, but take care of your kids as well.
And there's tons of people in the house.
And to come to find out that those people who you are paying every day,
Forget paying these people that you're
trusting with your kid, and you find out that your kid was in the pool dead for 2 hours and nobody noticed.
This is why I just can't go back to Nigeria. In every single step of life, there is negligence, there is corruption, there is disregard. In every step of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even me, sometimes I feel that in myself, you know, but they take it to another level over there. How do you lose a child for 2 hours?
And not even care to look for him.
How?
Especially a 3-year-old. It's not like, I guess for me,
People were trying to blame Chioma and Davido. It's like, oh,
I guess for me, it's
What?
like if this was like maybe a teenager where you feel like they're grown enough, you may not have to check in on them as often or whatever the case. But this is a 3-year-old. 3-year-old, in my opinion, is damn near still a baby.
yeah.
Facts.
They like to get into stuff. They are extremely busy. I'm not going to leave a 3-year-old to their own devices any longer than like a bathroom break.
Facts.
At least they have to be at least somewhere where I can see them.
Usually you'll think if a kid goes quiet, you start looking from like, what are you doing?
Most dangerous part of babysitting is if a
A
child
kid goes quiet, you
yeah.
assume they got into something. How did they get so negligent that literally that baby was in the pool
2
for
hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Any babysitter, nanny, unless that child is asleep and you put that child into bed, you should be 24/7 eyes
Even
on
if
that
you
Even
child.
if
put
you
that
put in
child to
the bed, you're
bed.
checking in. A 3-year-old?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be funny. 3-year-old, we didn't appreciate naps when we were younger. So a 3-year-old is not going to appreciate a nap. A 3-year-old will sleep for 15 to 20 minutes and is back up as if nothing ever happened.
So your eyes should be
So
on that
you
child.
need to be continuously checking on that child. How do you not check on a 3-year-old for
If
2 hours?
if anything, I agree.
I hope and I pray that, not saying that there is a good excuse, because there's never a good excuse. I hope and pray that there's a good reason for it. I really do. I won't. The human in me doesn't want to believe that someone is just that negligent. I don't, especially
I
if
will
someone
tell
else.
you-
is
I
trying.
100%
I will
believe
tell
they
you
were
that
that
Nigerians can be that negligent.
I 100%
100%, 'cause
while
Really?
Nigerians can be some of the smartest people in the world,
beautiful, if it's not
they can
their
also
own thing,
be some of the dumbest
they,
people I've
like
ever met.
sometimes if it's not their own thing, it doesn't like. There's a saying that says like, if you know be your shoe, you know go understand how we take pain you. Like if you don't, if you're not in that position, you're not gonna understand how it's going to hurt you. So a lot of Nigerians sometimes it's like, oh, I've taken my money. It's not really going to affect me. I'm just going to do my job and get home. And I'm pretty sure they were paid very, very well
That
too.
is their job. Your
So,
job
like,
is as a nanny. It's literally the job.
I
Take
understand
care
why
of the kids.
I understand why they were arrested. I understand 100% why they were arrested.
Yeah, 100%.
And
100%.
I, if anything, I hold the nanny responsible because at the very least, they should be held for negligence. But, you know, money talks, and who knows, we never know, somebody might come around and pay their bail and they get out of prison. Nigeria, at some extent, is just such a lawless country, but it can be just so beautiful.
Let me just say
at
this
the
right
same
now.
time.
If this happened, if I was a Nigerian artist and this happened to my child, I'm paying the police to get you out of jail just so I can drown you myself.
Woo.
That's just no. How
I ain't gonna.
I
I ain't
pay
gonna
you
hold
to take care of my child?
I get that.
I get it. I get it.
Because
Hell
even,
no.
even if you're not a Nigerian artist, just as a parent,
As a
in
parent,
general.
bro, I'm
So,
scrapping.
I get it.
I'm
I get
scrapping. I'm scrapping.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
it. Our hearts go out to that family because we
Big
got
facts.
money, fame, whatever or not. At the end of the day, like we're all human,